Welcome to Snapshot. I'm your host, Alan Wolfe, and on this exciting edition, we're going to take you for a behind-the-scenes look into the world of gourmet cooking. Today's focus is, well, we could call it lettuce entertain you, or tomato, or radishes, or whatever, because today, the focus is gourmet salads. And we're here at the Hyatt Hotel in Coral Gables, Florida, where we invite you to come with us into the exciting kitchen. Let's go. As promised, here in the kitchen at the Hyatt Hotel in Coral Gables, Alan Wolfe back with you. And we, as promised, are going to investigate the world of gourmet salads. And plus a little more, I understand.
Well, just
Chris Dejensky, executive chef, thank you so much for inviting us here.
Thank you.
What do we do first today?
Well, we're going to do a Caesar salad, a traditional Caesar salad. Okay, we have all the ingredients. We have romaine lettuce that we've already chopped.
Looks very fresh.
Very fresh. Homemade croutons. Okay, kitchen made. Fresh grated Parmesan cheese. And we've already gone ahead and made some Caesar dressing. Caesar dressing has egg yolks, anchovies, cracked black pepper, and has olive oil and salad oil, because too much olive oil is too strong and salad oil is not strong enough. So we do a little half and half proportion, and this way it comes out to a perfect flavor.
So nothing overpowers the other.
Right.
It's all a nice blend.
Right.
Very interesting.
Okay, so basically what we're going to do here, and with your assistance.
Oh, of course. Now that I am properly attired in my chef's uniform.
Looks good.
Do I look good?
You look absolutely wonderful.
And I mean, that probably will help in actually doing well at this.
Oh, you get better with the clothes, you can feel better, feel like a chef.
I feel like one already.
Okay, our mixing bowl. You want to add some lettuce to that?
Adding some lettuce. By the way, folks, my hands have been properly sanitized and cleaned. Very important.
Very important. We don't want any bacteria or anything on our hands when we start working.
Are we going to do the whole shooting match here?
I don't know. How many are we going to feed today?
Oh, let's see. I don't think my cameraman needs to eat, does he? No? Good. We'll just feed me then. I think that's going to be probably enough for just me.
Okay.
All right.
Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese.
Okay. Again with the sanitized fingertips. Is this freshly grated?
Freshly grated.
I guess that's important, isn't it?
It's very important. Fresh products. That's what you always want.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you need to add some of our salad dressing.
And I noticed, first of all, it is very thick.
Yes, it is.
And the consistency, of course, has a lot to do with the egg yolks.
Right. And the oil.
And the oil, certainly. Now, how much of this will I add?
That looks just about right.
Okay. Even though I have my chef's uniform on, I wasn't quite sure just how much to add, but
okay,
look,
what we
looks
want.
Good. Rich Umansky. See, now folks, my cameraman Rich Umansky said he didn't want to eat, but hey, it's so good, he couldn't resist.
Okay, what we'd like to do is
There are plenty of cameramen around, I want you to remember that.
And take a pair of tongs
Taking
and
my
go ahead
tongs.
and mix it together.
Okay. It's important to have the proper utensils. It makes everything easy.
Then it does.
Especially with an expert like you.
See, now it was so thick. Now notice how the salad dressing kind of clings to the lettuce?
Yes, it does.
So that each biteful you'll have a nice flavor.
And you just mix it until the lettuce is all clung to, as it were.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think it's sufficiently clung at this point.
Okay, now what we want to do is take our plate, and you'd like to position all the lettuce that you've mixed
Okay.
right in the center of the plate.
See, folks, even a chef in training, such as Alan Wolfe, can do this under the guidance of an expert, such as executive chef Chris Dejensky here at the Hyatt in Coral Gables. And I'm positioning it in the middle. It is spreading out a little bit, and if I continue to eat, I think I'll be spreading out a little bit. Okay, we just about have it, and there's just a few more pieces there, and there we are. Okay.
Okay, now what we have.
Doesn't look too neat, does it,
No,
Chris?
I think we need some croutons.
Ooh, some croutons, huh? Okay, look at those.
Place as many as you think you can eat on there.
Okay, well, let's just check it out here. I think I could probably... No, Rich Umansky, you're not getting any more today. You're working. Of course, I'm working too. You just would never know it. Somebody's got to do this dirty work, Chris.
Somebody.
All right, all right. Finally we'll get him to leave us alone. Got to be nice to the camera crew. Excuse me. And now what?
Well, this is your traditional Caesar salad. You know, everybody makes it. They've seen them in all the restaurants.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and it's good. It's a very good salad. Nice, refreshing. The lettuce is nice and crisp. It's a good salad. But we're going to add a little extra flair to it.
Okay, how do we do that?
Chicken breast.
So now it goes from the realm of a salad actually into almost like an entree as well.
Yeah, for the summer where you don't feel like sitting in the oven all day cooking, you just take a chicken breast and you're going to just take our tongs, just bang them off a little bit. And we're just going to place this on the grill.
And we have one cooking that we did just to expedite a little bit for the audience.
Right.
And this is a gas grill.
Right.
Now I noticed that the chicken is marked with striations on it.
Right.
Is that important?
Well, for presentation, it's very important for our presentation so that this way, you know, the guests can look at it, it looks eye appealing, and it tastes very good because now it's a charcoal, flavoring will be on it, you'll have some nice texture and color.
And really, no matter how tasty something is, if it doesn't look good, people are not going to want to eat it.
That's right, that's right. I mean, when you sit at a table, the first thing you do is you look at the food, that's when your mouth starts to water.
Absolutely. And mine is doing just that.
So I think where the chicken is done now, just so you can tell how to take the chicken, some people will just take it and rip it apart to see if it's done. Basically, if you can push down on it, and if it's soft, with basically your fingertip,
Really?
if it's soft, then you know that it's not cooked. If it's firm, then it's cooked all the way through. And that's how you can tell. You can do it with a pair of tongs as well. Just kind of feel it down, so you don't put your hand in the fire.
Certainly not.
So we just want to just tap it down.
I knew that.
See, this
Okay, that one's getting marked.
Right. We're just going to put this one right here and slow cook this one. This one's about ready. So we're just going to bring it over to our cutting board.
You know, I somehow feel like a chef.
Oh,
Well, yeah,
I think it's the hat.
I think it must be the hat.
Okay, now we want to serve this warm. We don't want it to cool down too fast. So if you'd like to slice this, or
I
would you like me
certainly
to
would.
slice that?
I'd like to learn.
Okay, so
Because, you know, the folks at home can do this.
yes, they can. Now if you take your French knife,
Is this it?
yes it is.
This is the French knife, okay.
Okay.
Which way would I slice this to do it correctly?
The best way to slice it is basically slice it the lengthwise.
Okay. And
Okay.
how wide should it be,
I would say
Chris?
about a ½ an inch. That looks about right. Now to do this properly, when you get to this section, you've just cut on the cartilage, which is right here.
I certainly did. Let's
See,
take a
there's
look
the
at that.
cartilage.
Look over here.
It's a vein. See,
Oh
it's-
yeah,
it's
right,
the vein.
right there.
So you want to cut, you never, in the restaurants, you never want to serve the vein. So basically what we want to do is just cut off a little bit more of the edge, so that
Right
there's no
here,
vein.
I feel it.
We don't want to use this.
No, this is going to be in the garbage.
Right. This is, we do not want to use that part. It's very veiny. Not, you know, it's just not good. We're just going to keep cutting now.
And it takes away from the presentation.
It does.
Okay.
I mean, you know, for a person who wants to sit down and enjoy a piece of chicken, this is the best way to serve it.
Who wants to pick out the cartilage,
That's
really?
right.
Okay, continuing to cut about a ½ inch lengthwise. And this is very lean chicken, no skin.
No.
And nowadays everybody really wants to eat healthy.
That's right.
Okay, I've done this now. We've removed the veiny or the cartilage portion here that we will not serve. And what's next?
Now what's next is we'll take that basic traditional Caesar, and now we want to place it on top of the chicken on top. And the best way we do that is we want to put it in a round circle with these tongs.
Okay.
Just spread it right around lengthwise. There it is.
Sort of like a star configuration. Hey, I'm catching on. Must be the hat.
Must be.
And of course, your excellent guidance. And we have a little piece there.
Little
there
piece.
we are.
And there is like a chicken Caesar.
And so it has gone actually out of the realm of just a salad into something that you could enjoy as your total lunch.
That's right. That's right.
And of course, there is only one way to see if it's good. We've said that it's going to be wonderful. And there's only one way to do that. And of course, truth in broadcasting demands that I taste it for you. That's part of my job. So, take a look at this first before I get into this. Look at that. The croutons and the very lean chicken, the salad with the sauce that is actually clinging to it, that
Yes,
thick
it is.
sauce. But we'll try this part first. Mmm. Mmm. That is terrific. We have to make sure, right? Sorry. Take a little piece of chicken. Mmm. Mmm. Wonderful.
Great.
You know, it is so good that I sort of feel guilty not offering my cameraman here, Rich Umansky, a piece of this. Actually, I'd like to offer Rich a piece of this, but I won't. Mm-hmm. Sorry, we don't have time. Okay. Well, that's just one of the salads that we're going to feature today on Snapshot, and there will be more right after this. Well, I have finished that wonderful Caesar chicken salad, Chris. It was great. And as we saw, not hard to make at home.
Not at all. Not at all.
Our next order of business is another gourmet salad here at the Hyatt in Coral Gables, Florida. We're with Chris Degensky, the executive chef, who, as you saw, has been showing us how to prepare some of these magnificent salads. What's next?
Well, we're going to try something a little bit lighter, a little bit more healthier. We can go that direction. And we're going to make a bib salad. And it's a bib salmon salad. So you can have it, like we said before, with an entree size, or we can make it into an appetizer size as well. So what we have here is a bib lettuce, or you can call it a butter lettuce.
And again, very fresh.
Very fresh. Very fresh, soft, nice soft lettuce, nice tasting lettuce. All right?
Mm-hmm.
We also have, and we're going to garnish with red onions, tomatoes, and red peppers for color. Okay? So what we're going to do is in our mixing bowl, you're going to add some, I hope you don't mind helping, again.
I'm glad to help because I am wearing a chef's outfit.
That's right.
And that's part of the battle. I mean, you have to dress the part if you're going to be a chef.
Well, we hope so.
I haven't passed yet, but I'm working at it. I'm in training.
That's right. So all the lettuce,
All the
unless
lettuce.
you're not hungry anymore.
Oh, well, I'm still hungry.
Okay, so let's put in our lettuce.
And certainly what I don't finish, I know my cameraman, Rich Umansky, can finish.
Okay. Now
Look
what
at
we'd like
that.
to do is add some red peppers.
All of them?
Well, whatever you like. We're just going to look, the red peppers are basically for some color. We want
Okay,
some
well,
color
we'll
in our
just add a
salad.
few of the color, a few in the salad. There we go. Okay.
Okay. And then some tomatoes.
And
Tomato
some
wedges.
tomatoes.
Just
Okay.
regular tomatoes with wedges. All we did was take the core out.
And of course, again, reiterating that we washed up thoroughly before we did this.
That's right.
Sanitation is very, very important
That it
in the
is.
preparation of food.
And some red onion. Now we just put a little bit of red onion in. We don't
just
need
a
a
little
lot.
bit. We
Just
don't
for that
wanna-
purple color.
We want it to look good.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay. Now we're going to grill our. We have some marinated
Oh,
salmon.
look at that. What was the marinating material?
Marinated. We marinated with fresh herbs like basil and some garlic, some shallots, salt and pepper, and we put it in some oil to let it soak and soak in. So we'll put this on the grill, and we're going to grill that. And we're going to, since we have one extra, if you don't mind doing the honors and
I
pulling
would
that
be
one off
happy
the grill.
to, since I am a chef in training. Now I'm moving it around here, and
Right.
I guess now I need to turn it.
Now we need to turn it.
Now it should be marked properly. Does it matter
That's right.
which direction that I lay it? Should it be marked in one particular direction, or doesn't it matter?
Well, it doesn't really matter the first one. Always you would try to do is get a nice diamond. A diamond shape is always nice for appearance. Now this one's ready. This one we had put on earlier. And
Yes, we did. Does it need to be turned again?
No, we'll be all right with that one the way it is.
Look at that salmon. Whoa. Smells great too.
Okay. While this one's cooking, we're going to turn the flame down a little bit so we don't overcook it.
That's important because why?
Well, it's just for the flavor. You don't want to overcook it, but then it gets flavorless. There's not much moisture in the fish, and you don't want to dry out your fish. That's key. So what we want to do is we're going to put this on the table. Now, you'd like to help me here and just cut it up into nice big chunks.
Okay, I will use my, is this my French knife?
Yes, it is.
I'll be using my French knife for
Okay.
this. And I will be using my regular old American fork.
That's right.
And in which direction should this be cut?
With the fish, it doesn't really matter because you just want nice big chunks of it. So however you'd like to cut it, you'd like to get nice little chunks, the size of a quarter, basically. So you might want to go this direction. Since
Okay, let's see, the size of a quarter. Is this what you had in mind here, Chris?
Well, that's what works.
Maybe not the shape of a quarter. Look, that's the size of a quarter, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I guess you're
Kind of
right.
the shape of a quarter too, isn't it? Look at that. That doesn't look too good. What do you think? A new
Not
fad.
bad. Maybe.
Might be a new fad.
You never know with food.
Well, I guess I could cut it in strips as well, could I not?
Yes, you could.
Okay. Gee, I'm not doing real well. Where did I go wrong here from an aesthetic viewpoint? I seem to have done something wrong.
Well, I think we're just trying to get too small of pieces and uniform. With
Is that
fish,
what it is?
Fish is not always uniform because
Oh,
it's flaky.
well. I guess I have a lot of training to do. Well, we'll continue to cut it in chunks. Maybe it was that first quarter-sized piece where I went wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
Before we go into the salad, because now the salad is, we have a nice hot fish, warm fish. We don't want to mix it with the lettuce until we're definitely ready to serve. So what we want to do is make a salad dressing.
Okay.
So we're going to put this bowl aside. We're going to bring it in our secondary bowl. And we're going to make a cucumber dill yogurt dressing. Very light, very refreshing. All right. In our here, we're going to add some yogurt. And you'd like to add some yogurt?
Yes. Is this plain?
It's plain low-fat yogurt.
Okay. About that much.
About that much.
I'm learning. Okay.
Okay.
Low-fat yogurt added.
Now we have.
Well, that's interesting.
This is pureed, or it's in a food processor. It's a cucumber, and it's this European cucumber.
Oh, indeed. These look. It does look much different from the ones I'm used to seeing.
Right. They're more or less known as the seedless.
Look at that.
The seeds haven't developed all the way, so they're still soft and they're not working well. Okay.
I guess I can say hello and welcome to Snapshot. It'd be my microphone cucumber in that case.
Never
so
know.
we add the pureed cucumber.
Right.
About that much.
Okay.
Gee, I'm making the decisions now. Do you notice that?
But you're looking good.
Is it?
Yeah.
You're not
looking
just
good.
saying that.
No.
We will not edit this part out. The looking good, we'll leave that in. Okay.
Okay, we need a little salt and pepper.
And this is a mixture.
It's a mix, an 80-20 mix of salt and pepper. Some chefs like it different. It's just, whatever they like.
Not too much.
Not too much. Okay. Now what we want to do is, just so we can test your knife skills,
I'm ready again.
we're going to take some fresh dill, and this is what it looks like.
Oh, I've never seen that. I've seen it in jars, but never as it grows. Well, there are the roots. Look. And that's what fresh dill is. Look at that. It's very light. It feels very light
It
and
is.
almost grassy.
It is. Now what we want to do
Okay.
is we're going to practice the knife skills again. And we're going to just take a little pinch of this off, lay it on the side, and what I want you to do is just chop it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Now give me some preliminary instructions
Okay.
on. You know what I like? I like that fast chopping that I
Well,
see
we can do the
sometimes.
fast chopping. It works. And that basically all it is you're just going to go take the thing and knife go like this. All right?
Okay.
Just bang it up and down. Or there's a lot of methods to this. I've known a chef that rocks it on his fingertips and lets the handle hit the cutting board, and it goes like that.
Of course, you have to be careful there not to get the fingertips in there.
That's right.
Okay.
There's another method where you grab another French knife and you kind of like play the drums, which does two knives at one time.
Well, I wonder how a trumpet player like myself would do it then.
Well, you're used to a band, so maybe you want to try the drum routine.
Okay, maybe so. Let's give the drum routine a little try here. Here we go. And we're chopping the dill.
Right.
I like this. This is really neat. And plus we've got some chopped dill here. What do you think, folks? You didn't know it was going to be a music show, did you? All right. What do you think?
Looks good.
How did I do?
Looks good.
Scrape it right together here.
Scrape it in a
Do I
nice
have
little
any
pile.
left?
Oh, watch our fish.
Watch my fish.
Swimming away.
Yeah, it needs to the way I cut it. I didn't do it so beautifully, Chris, but
It's
I'm
okay.
learning, right?
That's right.
Okay, now the dill is ready.
Now the dill's ready, so we want to add it to our bowl.
Okay, and may I scrape it up?
Well, when you scrape it in hand, just watch your other hand and make sure you don't cut yourself when you're scraping it in the other hand.
Yeah, that's true, isn't it? Okay, so I'll do that very carefully. I'll put it up against my hand.
Okay.
And just drop it right in, and not to waste some of it.
Okay.
Okay, I kind of like that rhythm we were doing before, though. That was fun.
So, with our trusty whip, we will whip this all together.
And that is the yogurt and the dill and the salt pepper mixture and the cucumber.
Right.
Cucumber puree, actually.
Right.
Using a European cucumber. Also a cucumber microphone, as you saw before.
Okay.
How am I doing? I got a
Wonderful.
little bit on me, didn't I?
That's all right.
That's what the chef's uniform is.
That's it.
How
Okay.
come you don't have any on you ever? You notice that? I'm the one that's got all the stuff on me, not Chris.
Okay, now what we want to do is add the dressing right to our salad that we were making before.
Okay.
And this is more of a light dressing, so it's not as thick as a Caesar dressing it was.
Oh, look at that.
That looks good. Now,
And what's next?
we need our tongs.
Now this is very similar to what we did with the Caesar
Right.
when we added the dressing.
Mm-hmm.
And now I need to mix it.
Right.
See, I remembered. And you can do this at home.
Oh, definitely. And the reason that we mix, if you notice that we really haven't put any dressings on the side, is people like to sit down and eat. They don't want to have to deal with getting dressing, pouring it on themselves.
That's
we like to
right.
do everything for them. So all they have to do is just be happy and just sit down and go ahead and start eating and not wait for everything.
And if they come here to the Hyatt, Coral Gables, obviously they can be sure that that's exactly the experience they will enjoy.
Right. Now there is, if they would like also just to have it on the side, of course we'll do it on the side. But we
Absolutely.
prefer to just put it all together and mix it in for them.
Just anything to please your customer.
That's right. So I think it's time for us to put this on a plate.
I think so too.
So let me go over here. Here's our plate. Would you like to put it on, or would you like me to?
Well, I'll tell you what. I will put it on, and you can give me instructions as I do it,
Okay.
and see if I can do a little bit neater than I did with the Caesar salad.
Okay.
I just take a combination?
Take a
of-
combination and just grab everything and put it right in the middle of the plate.
Why in the middle, Chris?
Because when lettuce and everything, it's going to spread out anyway. So when you put it in the center, you start in the center, it's going to spread out, and you're going to have a nice full plate. And you want to keep everything inside the rim. You don't want to dirty the edges of your plate for presentation purposes. You want to get all the goodies inside there. Your peppers and your tomatoes, onions.
Don't want to miss anything.
No.
Now, I must admit that my presentation here is not the greatest. Where did I go wrong?
Well, the tomatoes are on top, and they're kind of smushing on the top of the lettuce. If one was on top, it'd be okay. So basically what we want to do is just kind of like have the tomatoes going down here and your lighter vegetables like your onion and peppers on top. So this way the lettuce doesn't get smashed down and it still looks nice and fluffy and there's lots of air and it looks more appealing that way. We take our spatula
One spatula.
and scoop some of that up in there and kind of just place it on there anywhere you want to just put it on there and just let it fall where it may. Okay, let's get some more salmon because that's one whole nice order.
And I'll scoop it right up here with my hands since I did wash them.
That's right.
And of course, this is very healthy salmon.
It is.
Not to forget the last little bit. Actually, I don't think that would fit on there all that well, so I think I just better take care of that myself. Good. Okay.
Okay, now we have it, looks all right, but we need to clean the plate up on the side. So we don't want, the salmon on the side of the plate. So we want to keep a nice presentation.
In other words, it's sloppy the way I did it.
Well, we didn't say that.
No, okay.
Okay. And we always usually wipe our plates before they go out to the guests, so this way they always make sure that they're nice and clean. They stay inside the rim. A nice presentation, and I think with the colors, if you notice, we have a lot of colors on the plate, and there's only one thing left to do.
And I wonder what that might be. I guess I better sample it, huh?
Well, that's better to sample it now before the guest eats it.
Okay, did you notice before that Chris didn't say that I did it in a sloppy manner? You see, what it was is Chris heard the word edit earlier on. We were talking about this word edit, and he didn't want that to happen, so he made sure that it wasn't sloppy. I just had to do better.
Right.
I'm not hired, in other words. Okay, is there any place that I should particularly attack this?
I always like to start from the center.
Right in the center. Excuse me. Wonderful. And of course, this is filleted salmon,
Right.
but I guess you always have to be careful of bones just in case.
That's right. You never know.
You never know, something could slip. Now let me try some of the salmon, some of the tomato, and the lettuce. Now, let's go over and rehash the sauce once again. It is made of yogurt.
Right. Low-fat yogurt. It then is made with a puree of cucumber. We add some salt and pepper. Nice, freshly chopped dill. We mix all that together, and we mix it with our lettuce. Now, if you let it sit a little bit longer, the dill in the sauce, the dill flavor will come out a lot stronger. So you have to be careful when you're using fresh vegetables and fresh herbs. Fresh herbs are very strong. So the longer it sits, the stronger that the taste will come into your mouth. So a lot more dill. Might be overbearing. So you got to watch that when you're preparing things. So
Well,
that's a big key.
Indeed it is. And this is a fabulous salad. And I guess here at the Hyatt, that's what people can expect to get when they come here.
That's right.
Well, I'm going to put this down and finish it later. If you'll excuse me, please. Chris, thank you so much for having us here to the kitchen at the Hyatt in Coral Gables. It has been quite an experience, and I know that the people at home have learned a lot about gourmet cooking. Thank you again.
Thank you.
It's much appreciated. It's been a great experience. And we thank you for joining us on this edition of Snapshot. Until next time, finishing my salad, I'm your host, Alan Wolfe, reminding you, keep your focus right here on Snapshot. We'll see you next time. I'm going to go clean up.